up, YouTube fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of Hood Tales, I'll be telling the story of a tragic and senseless slaying of India Mackey and the startling last moments of her life she captured on video. Before we get into this video, welcome if you're new here to our channel. Please feel free to subscribe. Click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. All right, let's jump right into it. India Elise Mackey was born on November 18, 1999. She had beautiful brown eyes and a precious smile. Early on in her life, the Saginaw, Michigan native learned that her intelligence, along with hard work, would take her far in life. India believed in the Christian faith and attended church, where she was an active volunteer for church events and programs. She especially spent most of her time in the children and youth department. Not only was India active in church, she was also talented and enjoyed singing and acting. India graduated from Saginaw High School in 2017. The budding young woman was described as being full of life and love. India enjoyed hanging out and having girls' night with her sisters and friends. India was described as being the best sister to her siblings. She always looked out for them and was very supportive, making sure they had everything they needed. India was beautiful inside and out and would do her very best to bring the best out of others around her. She strived to help those close to her reach their full potential. And I'm sure that's how India was when it came to her romantic relationships as well. In 2018, India started to date a young man named Kevin Dixon. The couple had decided to eventually move in with each other, coming up on a year into their relationship. They moved into a home on Shirley Avenue in the Detroit suburb of Warren, Michigan. In November of 2019, a few months into the couple living together, India celebrated her 20th birthday on November 18th. Sadly, not even 24 hours after India's birthday, tragedy struck for India and her family. According to Fox 2 Detroit, on November 19, 2019, police received a report of a shooting in the area of 9 Mile and Gradiot and then pulled over a driver driving erratically. Police said the male driver was driving in a white van with a woman who had a gunshot wound. Officers weren't clear where the couple was heading. But after the vehicle was pulled over, they rushed the wounded woman to the hospital where she had passed away. Police said that it had stemmed from an argument the couple were having. The family of the woman identified her as 20-year-old India Mackey. Her boyfriend, 18-year-old Kevin Dixon, was arrested and held at the Warren jail while charges were pending. There was an outcry for justice in India's slaying. When Fox 2 asked India's father why would this 18-year-old want to take his daughter's life, he responded, selfishness. The devastated father said that he warned his daughter against seeing the young man. He said he didn't like his vibe. News reports said that Tuesday, November 19th, neighbors who described the couple as quiet said that when they were on their porch, they looked over and heard a guy say, "Where'd you get hit?" The neighbor then said he saw India, who was shot, get into the white van. Then the neighbor called 911. He said he saw the white van tear out of the driveway, beep the horn a couple times, and take off towards the Hayes area of Warren. It was the same white van officers pulled over that Kevin Dixon was driving, with India in the front seat wounded. India's dad said he told her he didn't like the young man and told his daughter Kevin wasn't the one for her. India's dad said he tried to protect her, but told news publications you can't protect your kids from who they interact with, which is sadly kind of true. There would be more chilling details in the case. A grisly video that was captured by India just moments before police believe she was slain by her boyfriend. While Kevin was facing charges in connection to India's slaying, authorities released the video, which I won't show in its entirety. According to reports, India Mackey pulled out her cell phone and began recording her boyfriend in the passenger seat with a blick in his lap, loading a clip and showing her the bullet as he was wiping it off and threatening to shoot her with it. In the footage, you can hear the man seated in the passenger seat saying, "You think I'm playing, huh? I'm gonna hit you with this hollow tip 45s," Kevin Dixon can be heard saying in the video. India can be heard simply replying, "Okay," according to the video. Officers then told news reports that Kevin Dixon allegedly made good on his promise and took her life. Prosecutors in the case told news reports after India was hit, Kevin Dixon allegedly moved her body from the driver's seat to the passenger seat and sped out of their driveway. After he was arrested, Kevin allegedly used India's phone to call his mother while he was in the backseat of the police car and asked her to help him get rid of the weapon that was used in the crime, prosecutors said. Imagine he used the same phone that India used to record her last moments. A vigil was held for India a few days after her slaying on November 22nd in Pontiac, Michigan. The turnout was tremendous, with so many people showing support for India and her family. India's passing in November of 2019 was the sixth domestic slaying in the community where she lived in just 2 months. India's family and community leaders urged anyone going through that kind of situation to reach out and ask for help and not try to handle it alone. According to news reports, Kevin Dixon's mother was arrested when she arrived at his arraignment following India's passing. The prosecutors charged her with accessory after the fact and tampering with evidence. She was held in jail on a $100,000 bail, according to records. During the same court appearance, Kevin Dixon asked the judge to release him, saying he was about to start a new job. The judge, of course, denied his request and denied his bail, saying that he was a flight risk and a threat to the community. As the pandemic approached, it halted the progression in the court proceedings. In October of 2020, Kevin Dixon's mother's bail was reduced to $25,000. She was released under supervision while she awaited her trial. Kevin Dixon had court dates set for December of 2020. At his December court date, he was arraigned on the first-degree charge as well as possession of a firearm in the commission of a crime, according to news reports. During the arraignment, detectives told the court that Kevin Dixon provided conflicting stories of how India Mackey's life ended. According to reports, he told detectives that India had shot herself at his home. Detectives said Kevin Dixon also told them he touched the trigger and the blick went off. The charges that Kevin Dixon faced carries a mandatory term of life without parole. 2 years went by before Kevin Dixon would accept a plea to second degree and a weapons charge in February of 2022. His sentencing date was set for April. His mother also accepted a plea on the same day as her son. She pleaded guilty to improper possession of a firearm and was sentenced to some type of probation and ordered to pay fines and court costs according to court records. On April 12, 2022, at Kevin Dixon's scheduled sentencing hearing, he requested to withdraw his plea because he said he was pressured to enter it, reports said. The hearing was adjourned when he failed to cooperate for the pre-sentence report because he wanted to withdraw the plea. Kevin Dixon said he was pressured into pleading by his family and attorney and was going through a lot of mental stress, news outlets reported. The assistant prosecutor in the case noted that during Kevin's jail phone calls, he made it clear to his family and to different women that he spoke to that he knew the basis of the plea, he knew the term and the time of the plea that was going to happen, and at no time did he indicate that he was being forced or threatened. According to news reports, the prosecutor said the defendant has shown no basis legally to withdraw the plea, and simply changing his mind at this time is not sufficient. The judge ultimately denied Kevin's request, noting she clearly asked the defendant on February 28th when he pleaded whether he was threatened, forced, or coerced. The sentencing was rescheduled to May 19th. According to court documents, on May 19, 2022, Kevin Dixon was sentenced to 18 to 35 years in prison for the second-degree charge. The first degree was dismissed. He was sentenced to 2 years for the weapons charge, which he was credited time served. He was also ordered to pay restitution to India's mother and ordered to comply with DNA testing if he had not already done so. Kevin Dixon will be spending a long time behind bars. India was described as being full of joy. She was the light in darkness. India was well loved. It's absolutely so tragic that she lost her life in such a senseless and cold-blooded way. She captured her last moments alive before the man she loved pulled the trigger. I can't imagine what could have been going through her mind at that point. The video is so hard to watch without giving me anxiety and causing me to tear up. It was so cold-blooded. Absolutely no regard for life. And this guy was supposed to be the man she loved. He was clearly unstable. And I hate that this beautiful young lady got caught up with someone so heartless and cruel. May India's memory continue to live on through her family and all the people she touched. My deepest and most heartfelt condolences to India's family and friends. I'm praying for their comfort and peace. I hope they receive the closure and justice they needed. Domestic disputes can escalate so quickly. If you feel for a split second your life is in danger, get out of there. Don't ignore threats or any other toxic behavior. That is not love. Y'all, please tell me what your thoughts are on this story in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. All right, fam, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe out there, fam. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.